Hello again, how's it going guys? I thought we'd do a Mayday tour of just the top end of the garden, and if I mention your name in this video I'll be sure to put one of those clicky things right there. Let's crack on. I put some zucchini plants out about a week ago just to see if they'd hold up to the weather. This is more of an experiment. The plants I'm going to be using are inside the greenhouse, and so far they're all alive. Next to that I got a container and I'm going to be growing a sunflower in this for the sunflower challenge, and I hope to be growing it up that drain pipe there. Next to that we have, I'm going to be growing cucumbers in this bed, but there'll be nothing going in there for at least another month yet. And then I have some shallots. This type's called Ambition, and next to that we have some Zebrun shallots. I grew Zebrun shallots a couple of years ago and they never really worked for me, but I'm going to give them another go. These are just a few leftover carrot seeds that I had. It's a mixed bed. I think they are Sweet Candle and Chardonnay. And this is a bed of spring onions. I like to grow them in bunches. We have Laser and Spring Slim. We like to grow the ones that don't bulb so easily. And then this next bed, this is elephant garlic. I grown this from bulbils a couple of years ago that were sent to me from Woody, and I'm hoping that this year we're finally going to get some elephant garlic. And in the next bed, this is what we had left over from our shallots. These are Ambition and Conserva, all grown from seed of course. And not grown from seed, it's been a couple of years since I've grown any onions from little bulbs, but yeah, these were onion sets that I planted out not that long ago. They always run to seed for me, but I did figure that we might get some earlier onions if I gave them a go. In fact, my old friend Southpaw Davy twisted my arm on these, but I can guarantee you now these will run to seed, and as soon as they do I will be sure to record it. Down below we have the potatoes. I was worried about the potatoes because I did not store them very well over the winter, but all of them are pushing through now. I seem to be miles behind when I look at other people's videos. Their leaves are up here right now, but we're in no rush. There's lots and lots of time. And this is where I'm going to be growing my pepper plants. I figure I got room for about 30 plants, and I do grow my peppers in pairs. I've been doing some experiments down the years, and I found that 2 pepper plants in one pot will produce more peppers than just the one. Now they may not produce as many peppers per plant, but as a pair they generally do. And into the courtyard and herb garden. I sorted the herb garden out about a week ago, and so what I'm doing now is I'm using this area as a little bit of a nursery. I don't want things like lettuce, and I've got some strawberry seeds over here, some spring onion seedlings. I don't want these cluttering up the greenhouse now. I want to use the greenhouse area to harden off things like tomatoes and peppers. And there is a sprinkler that comes on here every night for just a couple of minutes, so it's doing the watering job for me. So yeah, great use as a little nursery area. This is where I'm growing my baby bok choy, and the slugs keep coming in and taking some of the seedlings, so I'm gonna have to get some beer traps out. In this container we have horseradish. Now, we didn't take any horseradish this winter. I'm told that it's best to take a bit of horseradish every couple of years. And talking about slugs and snails, just look at that. Look at you. Come on, you are mine. Get off of there. You do not want to know what's going to happen to this little creature. And down towards the greenhouse we have a couple of mixed lettuce beds, and at the end there a bed of arugula or rocket. And then against the fence I got 3 beds of peas. These were sown on March 29th, so we've had them a month now. I direct sown them. Yes, we have rodents, yes we have birdies, and yet not one of them have any kind of munch at our peas. Not sure why that is, but that's why it's so easy to direct sow them. Now, I have made a bit of a boo-boo. In these 2 beds here, we're growing a type called Green Arrow, which is a green shaft type pea. And in this bed over here, we thought we'd try a different variety. But what's happened is, I didn't keep the packet and I didn't put a tag in, and I've completely forgotten what variety it is. Anyway, we can be assured that they'll all be ready at around the same time, and that's going to be the July holiday that we have in Canada, which is Canada Day, and that's when we usually just rip the whole lot out and do a single harvest. Mrs. Coleman and my granddaughter Sophia potted this container up the other day. It's a bunch of sweet peas with some very tall growing snapdragons around the outside. And this is where we're going to be growing all our tomato plants. I got about 80 plants going. I have room for about 20 plants, and we'll probably settle at around 30. If I went and got some more compost, then I could definitely grow 30 plants, but that would mean going to fetch another yard of compost, which would be another $20. Let's check out the carrot beds. We haven't looked at these for a couple of weeks, and in this one where we are growing the stump carrots, we have a single seedling in every cell, barring this one here. What's happened here is the seed has washed over the edge and it's put itself there. And so what I'm going to have to do is I'm going to sow another seed. I'm not going to bother with transplants, as in the past transplants have not worked very well for me at all. And next to them we got 2 different types growing. This type is a type called Imperator, and behind them a type called Yaya, which is a type of carrot favoured by Catherine Ivy up there in Alaska. And in the wicking bed we have a carrot type called Neptune, which are new to me. And then here I put a couple of new beds in using some of the pallet collars that I picked up the other week. And do you know what? These could use a little bit more compost in them. Maybe I should run up and get a little bit more compost. Well, that's taken a look at the top end, and maybe next week we can take a look at the bottom end of the garden. Right now I think it's time for a beer. If you've enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, leave a comment in the comment section below, and if you haven't subscribed, ding the bell. Till next time, cheers.